our best work at our worst problems. I don't believe our worst problems have seen our very best here in this city and around the country to make the most of this movement. She is my friend, she is my sister, and she's also one of the sweetest human beings you'll ever meet. Put your hands together and stand up, if you will, for Patrisse Cullors and welcome her to the stage.
Turned their backs against us. And so we're here today as a community, and it's on purpose that it's all these women of color, black women in particular, that are on the front line saving lives. A gay agenda or a women's agenda. These are the people that are doing the work.
Yeah, thank you.
Shaun and I, this is the first time we've met each other in person. We've been following each other's work for the last several years. And what I appreciate about Shaun is he shows up. He listens. He does the work, and that's what we need right now. We need all of y'all to show up. We need you to listen. Not only was I going to commit to healing the wounds that our families faced, I was committed to being in charge of making sure that everybody stood up for Black lives. And I want y'all to feel that. I want you to hear that. And I want you to take that and take it back into your neighborhoods. I want you to take it back into your neighborhoods and communities. And don't allow this administration, whether it's locally or nationally, to take your joy away. Thank you very much.
The desire to hold this country to a higher standard began to well up in him as a young student at the University of Chicago. He became the chairman of the university chapter of the Congress for Racial Equality. And Bernie merged that group with SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. Listen, Bernie literally helped lead the first known sit-in in the city of Chicago, where 33 interracial students camped outside of the president's office of the University of Chicago, protesting segregated housing on campus. Did you know, disturbed by police brutality in Chicago, Bernie once spent the entire day blanketing the city with flyers about the issue, only to notice that he was being tracked by police who were following him and taking down the flyers. Bernie hates to tell these stories, and he probably hates me telling them right now, because he has resisted using these stories for political capital and personal gain. Even when advisors and others have told him that it would boost his profile and reputation with our own communities, he has resisted because he does what he does because he cares. I'm not giving you an exaggerated myth. It's a rare moment when you get to introduce your hero. But ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, get on your feet, and welcome Bernie Sanders to Washington.
End of the day, it's not Bernie. It's you and you and you. It's all you know, and I know, and everybody here knows that real change never takes place from from the top on down. It's not this person or that person. It is millions of people standing up, demanding change, and that's what we're about. And with Jasmine. And let me tell you what they have done, which goes far beyond organizing this meeting and being here today. These are the people and hundreds of others around the country, and I expect many of you, who have been in the forefront of demanding that this nation finally pay attention to this broken criminal justice system. And as a result of their efforts, we are succeeding. All over this country, we are just beginning to see the American people stand up and make it clear that it makes no sense at all that we have 2 million people in jail today, more than communist China. That it makes no sense at all that those numbers are disproportionately African American, Latino, and Native American. And that it makes no sense that in a nation with so many pressing needs that we spend $80 billion a year locking up fellow Americans. American people, when one person is in jail, it is not only his or her life that is being impacted, it is the children they have, the wife or the husband, the mother or the father. The time is now for real criminal justice reform. And because of the people you have seen and heard today, all over this country, we are beginning to move in that direction. And here in California, this Tuesday, and in the coming years, you here in the largest state in America can help lead this country in the direction. Attorneys and prosecutors who understand that their job is not just throwing people in jail, but fighting for justice. Tens of thousands who are in jail today because they cannot afford cash bail. Now think about the insanity of it. You got somebody who is poor, maybe they have a minimum wage job, maybe they got an apartment, and they can't afford bail. They're not convicted of anything yet. They're charged with a crime. What happens when they are in jail is, of course, they're going to lose their job. Of course, they're going to lose their home. Maybe they'll lose their kids. How insane is that? It is. The war on drugs has failed, and like every other war, it has destroyed a whole lot of lives. Right now, under the Federal Controlled Substance Act, I know it's hard to believe, but this is true. Right now, today, under the Federal Controlled Substance Act, you have heroin, a killer drug, at the same schedule level as marijuana. That's the bad news. But the good news is, states and cities all over this country are moving rapidly to either legalize marijuana or decriminalize marijuana. Blacks use marijuana at about equal levels, but blacks are almost 4 times as likely as whites to be arrested for possession. about what that means. I'm not suggesting that everybody who gets arrested for possession ends up in jail. That's not the case. But what does happen is you have a police record. So you are a kid, suddenly you got a police record, and then you're going off for your job interview, and your employer says, hey, have you ever been arrested? You say, well, yes, I do. I have this record. And the employer may well say, well, we're really sorry. We have somebody else who can fill that job. How many young people have lost jobs or educational opportunities because of those records? So what we are doing now, because of your effort all across this country, we are making progress on ending this disastrous war on drugs. We have a crisis with regard to alcohol addiction, heroin addiction, opioid addiction, and other addictions. What we as a nation have finally got to understand is that mental health and addiction, these are health issues, not criminal issues. Justice statistics, more than 1/3 of all prison inmates have been diagnosed with a mental health disorder, including 66% of all female prisoners. Among those in jails, the numbers are even higher than that. What we need to do as a nation for so many reasons is to help people deal with addiction, help people deal with mental health problems, not lock them up. Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia, more than 1 in 5 African Americans are disenfranchised. Overall, 1 in 13 African American adults are disenfranchised in this country. All right, brothers and sisters, we have to move forward aggressively, and I know that's what you're doing now, in dealing with this broken and dysfunctional system. Our job is to understand the causes of crime, which have everything to do with poverty and racism and lack of education.
So now everybody's rushing out of the building. So I guess I have to wait until it clears out so I can leave. But yeah, it was really cool. I'll talk more about it whenever I'm done. Hello. I am back from the volunteering for the Bernie Sanders rally with Shaun and Patrisse Cullors. It was a lot of fun, and I'm really tired, like super tired. Was there for like a good 7 hours, but I had a lot of I can't even talk. It was a good experience. I had a good time, and it was well worth it to be a part of that event. But right now I'm headed to the Bank of California Stadium because the iHeartRadio WANGO Tango's tonight, and my friend Bitota offered me a ticket that she won, so that's where I am going. Excuse the hard breathing. But yeah, I will have this video up soon. Hope you all enjoy and have a great evening.
I just saw the floor feet. I can just help to give me their seat temporarily.
Right.